Injuries are a hot topic around the league right now. Load management is all the rage. We just saw Kawhi Leonard go down with the meniscus tear. I mean, this is a huge topic right now in the NBA. And the league specifically addressed this when it comes to reporting injuries, teams reporting injuries on their key players. So what we're used to seeing is like, hey, this guy's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Projected return date is May 22nd, 2023. The league wants to do away with that. Now it's going to be when they will be reevaluated. Sometimes we see this. A lot of times we do see this. But instead of giving a firm return date, they're going to be back around this time. It's like, hey, we're going to reevaluate them in 1 week, 2 weeks, a month. So no more definite trying to nail down one specific date. It's more of like, hey, this is when we're going to check the player out, see where he's at in his recovery, and go from there. So we already see this, but it looks like the league is going to be more strict when it comes to how they report injuries. And I mean, it's obvious that there's going to be something about reporting injuries because the optics around injuries right now in the NBA are really sensitive. So the fact that they did this doesn't surprise me. And it does also say in here specifically for a player projected to miss more than 2 weeks. So, and it comes to the first public injury disclosure. So just to, put that into detail here. So what I'm assuming that means is if it's a day-to-day injury, like a guy just, sprained their finger or something, less than 2 weeks, it looks like it doesn't apply. But if it's something a little bit more significant, sprained ankle, a grade 3 ankle sprain or dislocated shoulder or something like that, this will come into play when it comes to reporting. So it looks like it's going to change how things work a little bit, but not significantly because some teams already do this, but it looks like it's going to be more of a mandated thing going forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably what teams should do to protect their players. I mean, you shouldn't be out there saying, yeah, he's coming back in 4 to 6 weeks. And
yeah, because how often does that actually happen? I feel like with the Towns, for instance, it's like, hey, he's going to be back in 4 to 6 weeks. He missed like 3 months. So, I mean, who knows these days how long they're going to be out?
Yeah, and there's no benefit. So, and then he comes back in 4 weeks. Great. So he came back in 4 weeks. He did what the fans expected. Like, there's no benefit to that. It doesn't do anything, really. It's much better to say when he's going to be reevaluated, push it, kick the can down the line, and then it takes the pressure off the players, I think. And
exactly.
It makes a lot more sense.
Exactly. Because I'm sure a lot of times players will see the timeline and they're like, I got to make it back by 6 weeks at the latest. I got to get back. Maybe they push themselves a little bit too hard to try to get back because of the pressure. It's like, I got to be there, whatever. I'm sure they'll be there anyway. They want to be back as fast as possible. But if you take that burden off of them, like we gave you a timeline, try to fit this timeline. Instead, it's just like, hey, try to hit this milestone. Try to be at this point by the reevaluation date. Then it's like, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. I'm going to be smarter about how I approach my rehab, getting back to full health. So I do like that move from the league, just trying to ease the burden off of players. I think that's the main benefit of all this is just for the players' sake because it's already hard enough being injured as it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, there might be differing opinions between the team's doctors and who the player is going to see. And then obviously there's setbacks. And I think that's the key thing here, right? If he's back in 6 to 8 weeks, you expect him back in 6 to 8 weeks, but if he has a setback, maybe he's not. So why even put that timeline out there? Let him be reevaluated, and then no fan has ever heard of that, right? Of course, the media is going to say something, put something out there, but at least the team never did.